Now, you see, Mr. Hall, I have spent many years doing this kind of work. I've made a complete study of evil. Oh, yes, I made a study of it. I listen to the radio. I watch television. I cut out newspaper clippings. I write letters to employers. Make phone calls late at night. There's the most efficient method right there. Calling these terrible people constantly late at night. Waking them up, speaking my charges, and then hanging up. Very frustrating for them.
Yes, I'll bet.
So are you ready? Are you ready? We're talking about Callout culture.
Currently trying to get screen caps from my buddy who has proof of him being a racist and transphobic.
So you guys were digging. Literally fucking digging.
They were hell-bent on making it out to be that I or other members of the moderation team were either pedophiles ourselves or enablers of it by not acting fast enough.
All of the time, the people who are being ostracized aren't Nazis or bigots in any shape or form.
Is attempted suicide because of harassment and bullying.
If you type in furry, you're gonna see shit like this. This is ridiculous, okay? This is not meant for the public eye.
It's a call-out post. Another one. This is now like the 5th day in a row. There's been a new one every single day.
Hello, I'm Michael Ringtail, your human observer. Hope you like my new look. I went and got some work done on myself by Dr. Giggles. He does good work. You should check him out. Now, what I want to focus on today is some of the more positive things furries have done.
What would make you think it's a good time to be like, let's talk about all the problems with Callout culture?
Because they put Oh, Cthulhu Almighty, shut the fuck up. I am tired of being told who I should like and who I should hate all the time. This person said this. This person did that. This person blah 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 blah. Callout culture is just high school gossip on a global scale. We have seen it ruin careers, pit friends against one another, and fruitless arguments and stances that amount to nothing. So let's not try to clinch our anuses too tight while we lube up this dildo and slowly insert it upwards into the stars.
I am become destroyer of worlds! I will destroy your world, you motherfucker!
Part 1. Callout culture breeds hostility.
Callout culture has gone on even before the internet, with real life destroying things like the satanic panic of the 80s and 90s. Which put plenty of innocent people in jail for decades based solely on accusation alone, paired with their enjoyment of Dungeons & Dragons or Metallica.
El Paso, Texas. They were alleged to have done things such as give kids Kool-Aid laced with blood, took them to trips to Mexico on private planes. How would they even have time to fucking do that before you come to pick your kid up? Stole baby gorillas?
What? They had baby gorillas?
Yeah, and they dismembered people, you know? That's in 1992. Their convictions were finally overturned in 2013. The mantra of the people who didn't want to listen to the skeptics was, we believe the children. Now it's all about listen and believe women.
A recent real-world example is a meteorologist who got fired after working 20 years at a local news station simply for flubbing a name of a place.
An offensive racial slur.
Martin Luther King Jr. Park.
Viewers in Rochester, New York were stunned. They took to social media to vent their outrage. That's a shameful slip. This is awful, for real. Even the mayor weighed in and pulled no punches. It is beyond unacceptable that this occurred. There must be real consequences for the news personality involved.
Yeah, I'm sure he was just a secret racist looking to make his wink-wink nod stance and put his entire career on the line by making a snide remark during a fucking weather report to the point that the mayor demanded his firing. Real classy. No one is allowed to even make a mistake anymore. With furries, it ranges in similar ways. Though keep in mind, outside of the community circles, no one knows this shit goes on. It will either be a tweet or some extreme fantasy fetish discovered, and someone will think it's best to let everyone know.
Search warrant. Narcotic search warrant. Don't move. Search. Did you shoot my dog? You shot my fucking dog!
I had a conversation a while ago with someone who thought it was necessary to tell everyone if a person was diagnosed with HIV. There used to be a Tumblr blog called the Do Not Hug List, which listed every Mersuiter that they could get their hands on with pictures or video as evidence. And the argument for this is just so people know to avoid them. It never goes along the lines with just so people know. Sorry. No, it's so people can shame them and blast them whenever they show their face online. But never in person, though, because most people are cowards like that. Ultimately, that's all it is. It's bullshit and it's bad for you. It's putting a stigma on the average Joe. If you have a problem with someone who has sex in costume, as if that was the only defining trait of their human characteristic, then don't talk to them. Simple as that. Glad I solved that problem. If you go out of your way to label and shame them online or in the rumor sphere, then you just look like an untrustworthy asshole. As in, oh well, I better be careful what I say around you, don't I? It's not bad enough you can get shit from the normies for being weird, but getting shit from the weird people for being slightly weirder is horrendous and screams immature insecurities. But they represent us. They represent our image to the fandom. What would the Pope say about this? What would my parents say?
Kill me! I command you to kill me!
No one represents furries. You represent yourself. It's a fan base, like anime. It's not an organization. It's not a club. Worry about your own appearance. This idea that furry is a community and that everyone's behaviors need to be kept in line is disgusting nonsense that breeds hostility to people that don't deserve it for an attempt to be accepted by the very people who made fun of them for being part of furries in the first place. Fuck them and fuck you too.